Hey friends, welcome back. This is JR from Trade Skillers Anonymous. Appreciate you being patient with me as I've been in the middle of a move. I've relocated the world headquarters for Trade Skillers Anonymous, and I'm in the middle of getting ready to plan out how to use a transitional space before I build my purpose dedicated shop. But in the meanwhile, I'm going to need some solutions for the transitional space, which is really a two-car garage, before I get that shop built. So I wanted to approach this shop furniture in a fashion that wouldn't be permanent, and pocket holes was the solution. And I know that's a often debated topic, whether they really belong in woodworking, and I can tell you I'm definitely in the camp, especially for stuff like shop furniture. They absolutely have a place. Now, there are different methods to go about it. There are some very inexpensive ways to get pocket holes done. And then there's this solution here, which is not an inexpensive way to do it. But I think that the results are worth the investment. I'm going to go over a really fast unbox. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that because, you know, it's a box, right? So, but then a quick installation, little tips, you know, that I found along the way, and then give you just a fast demonstration. And I think that this machine certainly falls into that category, approaching what a professional shop might use and the results that it gives you. And we'll talk about all that in this video. Thanks so much again for joining us. Let's get into it. So the first thing that I want to recognize right up front is that this is definitely not for the occasional use for pocket hole screws. This is a substantially more expensive tool than, let's say, a Craig or some of the other knockoffs. But, you know, think of the drill style with a small fixture where you might go after some pocket holes, whether it be for, you know, DIY projects or whatnot. I'm going to end up building an awful lot of shop furniture over the next 6 to 12 months, and really wanted to up that game and found Castle USA. Again, not a sponsored video, but what I wanted to do is kind of increase the quality of the pocket hole system that I was going to use. And so this unit here runs about $1,700, and versus a couple hundred to $300 for the small portable version, you know, of other manufacturers, up to $400 or $500 for kind of a mobile base system. I think it's called the Foreman. But this is going to really change the pocket hole strategy that I've got, in that this uses 2 routers inside this case, and is going to, I think, give me some pretty clean results based on the research that I've done. So let's get into it and see, you know, what it all looks like coming out. One bit of feedback I would give to Castle USA is I would have preferred, instead of no washers and just a simple nut, I would have expected at $1,700 or so, you know, include a couple washers and some lock nuts, you know, because these are going to see some vibration, and I just think that would be, you know, worth a couple cents extra. All right, so my plan is I'm going to take the feet, put them where they go, but on the inside of the case, instead of having the nut scrape away, whether this is painted or powder coated, I don't know what it is, I'm going to place a washer, and then instead of the regular nuts they sent, I'm going to use a locking nut so that I don't have to worry about vibration. On the other side, one thing I think they did that was super cool is they give you a template that you can use to block this off, and then in the back of the machine you'll have a cutout for dust collection, which I will end up doing. I'm not going to do that today. Don't know if I'm going to use this template or I might use my CNC. I believe on their website they have the whether they're SVG files or DXF files, I'm not sure. You know, and I think that's a cool thing that they do to help support people, you know, make the machine how they need it to be. So kudos for doing that. That's a good extra step. All right, so right about now, I have made sure that it works correctly, and have to say I'm really impressed. I'm going to just do a couple of quick cuts here to show you just how fast you can make accurate pocket holes. And I'll tell you, the first impressions of the machine is really good. So when we turn it on, it's going to be loud. I'm going to adjust that volume down while it's going. You do have two routers in here. So these are not drill motors. They're actually routers with router bits in them that produce the cuts that I'm about to show you. So let's get into it. All right, so I'm going to try to bring you in here and show you. So that is the pocket holes that it produces, and I have to say they are super clean. Unlike the results that I had with Craig, they sometimes really needed a lot of post work, sanding and so forth. I can tell you that these things are super clean. Now I'm going to show you, I'm just going to simply hold these joints together, and again, and take a lot of care with squaring up edges or whatnot, but part of the thing that is a benefit to this is the very shallow angle that these pocket holes are cut at compared to other models that are out there. One of the things that is a benefit for is that you're not going to be fighting the workpiece trying to move around on you while you're fastening the screw. So now normally when you are fastening this, let's say it's a face frame or something, what happens is as you screw the traditional pocket hole screws in, it has a tendency to shift the piece that's being screwed in the direction of the angle of the screws. And one of the things that has caused me to buy this is that this shallower angle should be able to prevent some of that activity. So without the benefit of any clamps or anything, I'm just going to butt this up here. Now I can tell you that these are not the same thickness. So this backside is probably not going to be flush, but what I want is the face of it to be flush. So we'll see how we do. Got a couple of the screws that came with the machine. And by just using simple hand pressure, I'm going to hold these together after I fumble around with the screws for a second. Well, I can tell you, I know you won't be able to see this very well on the camera, but that is very flush. So this piece doesn't have any cuts made in the opposing side. So again, normally you would, just clamp this together so that it doesn't go anywhere. But with this system, I would dare say, I don't think you really have to. Okay, so again, gosh, that is about the nicest flush pocket hole screw that I think I've ever attached. So, you'd see this show up in a lot of face frame work and cabinetry and so forth. But again, just have to say that very impressed with the machine. So I hope that you found that brief, as brief as I could make it, tutorial on how the machine went together, my initial thoughts on the quality and so forth, which I will say they did a really fine job building this. It is a well-constructed machine. Things like moving around inside the machine, doing the assembly, there's no unnecessary sharp edges. You could tell that they put a lot of attention to detail. My only comment about some of the fasteners was, I think they should provide you some washers so that you're not, as you tighten the bolts down, you're not scraping off the paint or the powder coating. Honestly, I don't know what it is. It's one of those two. And then using lock nuts instead of, for the feet as an example, instead of just the regular 5/16 nuts that were supplied, just because this machine is going to experience some vibration. And I just think it's a very minimal cost difference between, some lock nuts versus regular nuts. But if you're looking for a way to increase the quality, of your pocket holes, and make them super, super fast and efficient, I think this is a machine that you might want to consider. Again, this is not a sponsored video. Castle USA doesn't know who I am other than I recently ordered this machine and paid them for it. But I have to say, I'm about to embark on a lot of cabinetry and stuff for my shop rebuild, and I just didn't want to go through it with the Craig. Now, I've used Craig, for years for shop equipment and so forth, and they'll certainly create a pocket hole. I just find that I was ready to go up a notch, and this machine, so far from what I've seen, just in one afternoon of kind of tinkering around with it, I can tell you I see a lot of benefits to using this machine if you have a lot of pocket holes to do. If you are just doing a pocket hole, a dozen of them once every 2 months or something, I don't think I would suggest to you that this machine is budget friendly for that purpose. But if you're going to build a lot of cabinetry or a lot of things that require pocket holes, I can tell you, you might want to have a look at this machine and make the best decision for yourself. But thanks again for watching. I do appreciate your time. Do me a favor, down below, let me know, how do you use pocket holes? Do you hate them? You love them? I know that it sometimes is as debated as metric versus imperial measurement. You drop those comments down below as well. And thanks again for watching. We'll see you soon.